I came home from Romania, and the first thing I thought when I ate a slice of bread was, why is this bread so sweet? I could taste the sugar in the bread. It was amazing. And I looked at this piece of bread and I thought, if I were to grab this bread and smush it into a ball, it would just remain like a little ball of dough. Romanian bread is not like that. If you squish it, it puffs right back up. And it tastes glorious. Tastes glorious. It doesn't have sugars in it as preservatives, so it molds in like 2 days, but you usually eat it before then because it's so good. That was my experience being in Romania. A club sandwich was amazing because it had the best vegetables I've ever eaten on that sandwich. It was amazing. What I found overall, the difference between America and Romania is that although things may be safer and more standardized and more efficient in America, there's more flavor to be had in the experience of Romania. For one thing, the transportation has that flavor to it. In America, virtually everyone in the middle class owns at least one vehicle. And to function in America, overall, you need a private vehicle. There is public transportation, and many people use it, but it's increasingly common in America to need a car just to get out of your neighborhood in a timely fashion. So many neighborhoods I see go for miles, and to go to the grocery store, you need to take a car at least 2 miles. In Romania, that's not the case at all. You have little markets at every corner. Sometimes mom and pop shops, sometimes large chains that have thousands of stores within a 10 square miles of each other. So that means that your travel experience is different every time because you run into new faces while you're on the street. While you're in the subway, there's almost always something interesting going on somewhere along your journey. You have to jump on a train to get to the south side of the city and then jump on a tramway, and maybe you have to take that tramway to a bus stop and then take that bus. The travel is in various steps, and that's normal with public transportation anywhere. But that's what adds to the adventure. In Bucharest, it feels like a battle to get to your next destination. And I'm not talking about road rage, I'm just talking about the planning that goes into it. You drive in America, you hop on the road, you get the directions, park your car. In Bucharest, it was a battle. It was a battleground. Now, because of all that flavor, I came home loving tomato juice. The tomatoes there are incredible, and so the tomato juice is actually fantastic. Most of the food there isn't very, very strange, really. The strangest thing I ever ate was a pig ear. It was crunchy, but I won't go into the details. But the food is actually fantastic. I love to make sarmale, which are tomato broiled cabbage rolls with pork, rice, beans. They're heavenly. Honestly, if you find a recipe, they're easy enough to make. Just toss them in a crock pot. And what my taste in food coming home represented was a sense of flavor of life, simply because there was so much traditional culture there with the music. A violin trumpet was a thing in Romania. And there was this architectural and political collision that was both visible before your eyes and was also tangible in the air, this collision of communist philosophies and Western philosophies, of the communist bloc and the Western European palace architecture. And this collision was something chaotic at times, but when it worked, it was actually quite harmonious. So there's a reason Romania is such a hidden gem for tourism, and that's because the experience is so flavorful. The food is fresh, and so are the people. They have a cold exterior shell, but inside they have personalities as distinguished as the transportation experience or the food. And what the United States did for me in about 20 years, Romania did in 2. And that was become home.